Okie dokie. Welcome you guys to our newbie training. I'm so excited to go over some stuff with you guys tonight. Like I said in the past, every week it's something different. So make sure that you keep coming back. You're going to get different content every time. And everything we're talking about for you guys is just so crucial and so important. If you're new and this is maybe your first newbie Zoom that you've gotten on, I want to welcome you to the team. My name's Taryn De Silva. If we haven't connected yet, I am your Triple Diamond upline, and I'm just so excited to have you on the team and to be able to help you. Can you take that, please? Yeah. All right, you guys. So if you are new, if this is one of your first newbie Zooms that you've done with us, just so you know, the ones that we've done in the past are recorded and they are posted on my YouTube channel. So you guys can go to YouTube, just search my name, Taryn De Silva. You'll see me. There's not very many of us out there. And so then you can find the recordings. There's an actual playlist that says New DT Training. So you can find it right there. So tonight, you guys, I'm really excited to talk to you about a few different things. So the first subject that we're going to talk about tonight is posting. And I know last week we talked about how to post for distributors and how you can post to attract distributors to your business. Tonight, we're going to kind of just talk about like posting overall, like posting 101. And so realistically, you guys, what you want to be doing when you're posting, and I know we kind of touched on this last week, but you want to make sure that you're still sharing your life. And so when you're posting, you want it to be more than just it works, right? You want to be showing people were your friends before it works on Facebook for a reason, because of who you are. And so you want to make sure that you're still sharing that with your audience on a daily basis. And so one way to do that is just if you've always posted pictures of your kids, keep posting pictures of your kids. If you're super into, I used gardening last week as an example. If you're into gardening, post pictures of that. If you love your dogs, keep posting pictures of them. Like whatever it is that you were posting about before, you still want to make sure that you're incorporating that into your post so that it's not constantly all it works. But with that being said, you also don't want to ignore it works, right? You don't want to just be constantly posting all this other stuff and then just posting it works like every few days. So really, you guys, to get like the best of the best with your posting, what I personally would recommend is I would post about the business once a day. And that can be a variety of different ways. Like I said, we talked about that last week. So if you weren't on last week, please go to YouTube, find the video. It says posting, I think it says Posting for Distributors 101. And so go look at that. And that's going to give you some great examples. But just real quick, how you can post for distributors is by talking about earning your shopping spree. Or if you help enroll a customer, you can post a picture of yourself and whatever you're doing. Maybe not right that second, but whatever you were doing that day, you can post a picture of that and say, I love that while I was spending time with my kids, I got to help somebody start on their weight loss journey, right? Like there's lots and lots of different ways that you can show people that you are running a successful business. And so just make sure that it's not always super spammy. And when I say super spammy, like I think of the posts that they're great at times, you guys, but when we use the colorful background and it's like a short post that has a colorful background, those are great for, but that's not how you want to be posting every single time you're posting about, joining your team. Some of the ones that you really want to stay away from are, I have open spots on my team, join my team. People don't know what that means. Okay. If you're posting stuff that really doesn't have a whole lot of information, they don't know what that means. And at the same time, you don't want to like word vomit and write 5 paragraphs about I'm a distributor for It Works and I sell health and wellness products and I talk to people daily about their goals and I help them become a customer. You don't want to post that either, okay? What I really, really recommend if you're trying to post to attract distributors is to just talk about how the business has helped you in any way, shape, or form. I mean, look around right now, you guys. If you don't have your camera on and you're able to turn your camera on, it's so much better for me to actually see your beautiful faces than a bunch of black boxes. But look around, you guys. You have a group of wonderful, amazing women that are your friends now. We're all a part of this together. We're all on the same team. We're all doing this together. So you have that you can talk about. We just did a Zoom prior to this for people who want to get started for no out of pocket. And so I took a picture of that and then I put that in my story and I said, oh, we're helping so many people get started on our team for free tonight. Okay, that's an easy, quick, simple thing that I can do, but it's attracting to people because they, especially right now, you guys, when a lot of people are on quarantine and they're not really having a lot of human interaction, they see like we're all on a Zoom together. So I would recommend you guys take a picture right now. Seriously, like take a picture, get your phone up, take a picture right now of the grid with all of these beautiful faces on it. And then you can post that to your story and say, oh my gosh, I love that through my new job or through my new venture or whatever you want to call it, I've been able to meet so many amazing women who are all goal-oriented and driven just like I am. This is seriously the best thing ever. Don't you think that's more attracting or attractive to someone than join my team? Right? So that's why I'm saying, like, think about, and really you guys, when I go to post something, I always ask myself, would I stop and look at that? Would that catch my attention? Or would I look at it and be like, oh, spammy, salesy, keep going, right? So if you wouldn't stop to look at whatever you're posting, don't post it. And if it's not something that you feel is drawing people into the business, don't post it. And if you need help with your distributor posts, that's what we're here for, you guys. That's what your upline is here for. That's what we're here for. So along those same lines, like I said, I would post once about the business. I would do one post that's just whatever. It can be a funny meme that you saw. It can be, like I said, a picture of your dog. It can be maybe you have an awesome fruit tree that's producing a lot of fruit outside. You're going to post a picture of that. I mean, I know right now with us all being quarantined, there's not a whole lot that we can post of like being out and about doing, but you know, stuff around the house like that you would normally post. Maybe you baked some really awesome. I keep seeing people are baking so many amazing things. So maybe you bake something really awesome. You can post a picture of that. If you're like me, I'm really trying so hard not to do the quarantine 15 and make sure I'm in shape for when summer comes. So, you know, I could post a picture of that I just got done with my workout. Like there's all kinds of different things that you can post about that are just showing you and aren't talking about the business at all. It's just showing you and your personality. So I would do something like that once a day. And then I would also post about the products once a day. My biggest recommendation when posting about products, you guys, is I would stick with the same product for at least 4 days, if not 5 or 6. What I've found over time is if you are posting about a different product every day, it's bouncing around a lot and it can be confusing to your audience, your Facebook friends that are seeing what you're posting. And you don't get as good results of getting people commenting who are interested if you're posting about a bunch of different stuff. If you just stick and focus on, let's say you want to talk about the skinny brew, you know, talk about that for 4 days. And then you can maybe switch and talk about Thermophyte X for 4 days. And then you can switch and talk about our skincare line for 4 days. And that is going to produce much better results for you guys. You guys are going to have a lot more people interested in the product if you are talking about different or the same product for multiple days. And the way I kind of think about it, you guys, is if you're watching, like, I love football, I'm a big football fan. So when I watch football, do you know how many times during one football game I see a McDonald's ad? More than I can count. And the reason why, I already know about McDonald's, right? But by them putting it there over and over and over and over, there's something about our psychology as humans. It makes you want that. You have to see it multiple times in order to want to try something. I think the average person needs to be exposed to something. I think it's 8 to 21 times. Jeannie, correct me because I think that you know as well, or you've got somewhat of an idea too. Something like that, okay? It's quite a few times that the average person has to be exposed to something before they actually try it. So that's why you want to make sure that you're posting about the same thing for multiple days. Now, I wouldn't post the same post. There's lots of different ways to post about. I'm going to use the Skinny Brew, for example, because I love Skinny Brew. Lots of different ways that you can talk about Skinny Brew. I could do one day, I could post a selfie of me with my coffee mug, and I could say, oh my gosh, I'm having my morning cup of Skinny Brew. I absolutely love that this is helping me burn fat while I'm drinking my coffee. And just leave it at that. Like, I don't even need a call to action with that. And then maybe the next day I put a before and after picture and I say, holy moly, look at my friend's results. Isn't this crazy awesome? She's been drinking my Skinny Brew for, and then, you know, it says right on the before and after how long it took to get those results. She's been drinking Skinny Brew for 2 months. I'm so blown away by this. You know, I have 4 discounted spots open for anyone to try my Skinny Brew. Drop an emoji below and I'll send you info. Okay, so that could be day 2. Then day 3, if you have kids, maybe you post a funny picture of like you with the kids there and like all the schoolwork and your coffee mug and like, you know, like, ah, and then you could say something like, thank goodness for my Skinny Brew, between homeschooling these kids and trying to work from home and, you know, whatever else you have going on in your life. I'm so grateful for Skinny Brew. Not only has it helped me burn fat and suppress my appetite, but it has nootropics in it that help with my brain functionality, help me focus, and gives me so much energy. Does this sound like something you'd want to try if you're seeing this day after day after day? This is like, dang, my coffee's not doing this. My coffee's making me fat. Like, let's be honest, that's what most coffee's out there doing, right? So there's lots of different ways that you can talk about just one product for multiple days, okay? And some of you guys have it, maybe you haven't gotten your kit yet. And I mean, now the kit's mainly digital. If you guys have the digital kit, I highly recommend send one of those samples to yourself. If you didn't pre-sell and sell all 7, have one sent to you so that you can try the Skinny Brew because it's amazing. It's so good, you guys. It like, I don't think I've talked to one person yet who's been like, it's all right. Like what it's helping me do in my business. I had a lady who did a 3-pack, a sample pack for $20. And then she just signed up as a customer 2 days ago for like $150 worth of product. She loved the coffee so much that she trusted that the rest of the products that I was recommending that she use would work as well. So the Skinny Brew is just absolutely amazing, guys. It's a great way for you to get in and then talk about other products. So anyways, that was a side note. So there's lots of different ways that you can post about one product for multiple days. So one personal post, one business post, one product post. That's about it, you guys. I really would not do much more than that. If you do more than that, Facebook has an algorithm and it picks up on the algorithm and it says, okay, this person's sharing a lot and posting a lot. They're probably being spammy. So I'm not going to let as many of their friends see their posts because if they're posting that much, I'm just going to say it, guys, you're probably being annoying. And Facebook's going to hide some of your posts because they don't want you to annoy your friends. Okay, and I'm not being mean, you guys. I'm just saying that's the way that Facebook looks at it. That's the way that the algorithm looks at it. And like, if you don't believe me, go look at like any of the celebrities that you follow on Facebook or anybody that has a large audience and go see how many times a day they're posting on their actual feed. Now, stories is a whole different ballgame, you guys. Your stories, you can be posting in stories all day long. People love to see what you have in your stories. So in your stories, I heard a girl say, treat your story like it's your full-time job. So be showing people all day long what you're doing in your story. People love reality TV, right? That's what we're giving them with our story. If you're showing them what you're doing all throughout the day, and you might think, my day is boring, I'm home all day. Guess what? So is everybody else. But if you're putting, like I put a video of my daughter playing in her room this morning. I mean, it's nothing special, you guys. She's 9 months old and she's throwing things. You have no idea how many people like either sent me a private message from the video or did like the little laughing face emoji on it or the hearts. Like people like that kind of stuff. They just like to see what you're doing throughout your day. So you can go crazy with your story, have fun with it, put lots of stuff in there because that's what people are looking for with your story. So also with posting, you guys really want to stay away from clicking that share button. Okay, if you see something that's funny and you want to share it with others, take 2 seconds. If you guys don't know this, if there is a picture on Facebook, even if it's been shared by somebody else, if you're on your phone, you touch that picture, there's going to be 3 dots at the top right-hand corner that pop up. If you hit those dots, it'll give you options, and one of them is save photo. So you can save the picture to your camera roll and then go post it in your status as your own picture. And what that's going to do for you guys, first off, you're not sharing something that's been shared over and over and over. Again, Facebook looks at that and says, spammy, I'm going to hide some of her posts because she's spamming people. Okay, but when it's your own new picture that you're posting, Facebook doesn't look at it that way. And then what you get is people like the post and they start sharing it. When people share your post, that is a beautiful thing for your Facebook algorithm. When your posts are being shared by others, and your post has to be public for others to be able to share it, okay? If it's just, if you have it set to just your friends, people can't share it. But if you have it so that it's public and people can share it, that like boosts you way up in the algorithm, and more people are going to see other things that you're posting. So I always try, if I see something funny, I always try and save it and then repost it as my own later on so that it gets shared. And whenever I see, even if it gets 3 or 4 shares, I'm like, woo, my algorithm's getting boosted right now. More people are going to see other things that I'm posting today. So, you know, if you see something funny, nothing wrong with sharing it. Don't post like 5 of them. I just talked to you about one business, one personal, one product, right? So don't go post like 5 funny pictures that day. If they're all similar, you can always like throw them all in as one post, right? It could be like a funny, whatever. I don't know if it's like a quarantine meme or something, like, and you have a bunch of them, you can put like 5 of them together on that one post, and that's fine. But if you're putting it 5 different times, if you're posting 5 different of those, it's excessive. And again, Facebook's not going to like that, and they're not going to like you. Save it, you guys, and do 1 a day. Imagine if you did 1 a day and they each got shared like 5 or 6 times. Facebook would be like, oh my gosh, this girl is like posting things that other people like, they're sharing it, they're interacting on it. This is great. Facebook's going to want everyone to see what you've got. So the last thing I want to talk to you guys about is, most of you guys I think already know, if you don't, we're going to talk a little bit about Host to Post, okay? And as far as Host to Post, I'm going to talk about posting about the giveaway. So if you don't know what the heck I'm talking about, we do have on YouTube, they're in the new distributor training, we did a 30-minute video about Host to Post that kind of explains it. And if you need more answers, please, you know, don't hesitate to ask. We're more than happy to help you get those answers about what Host to Post is. But you guys know that we do giveaways as a team. And so we generally will make a post, you know, right now, you guys, what we're giving away is 2 people are going to win $250 and 1 person is going to win an iPad. And then the person that wins the iPad, they can take the option to get the cash instead. It's $350 cash. So right now you can post about my team, you know, we're giving away $500 or we're giving away an iPad. 2 people are each going to win $250. You know, there's lots of different ways to post about it. And so generally we'll do a post like that and say, you know, we're giving away an iPad, drop an emoji to be entered, right? And then we go message those people that comment on it and send them a message and let them know that if they throw this post up on their wall, you're going to give them an entry into the giveaway, right? So when you're doing those posts, guys, I would recommend don't do more than 2 or 3 a week, not a day, a week. Okay. Like 2 to 3 a week. If you post about it more than that, it loses its excitement, and you're not going to get as many people posting on your post. And I know it seems crazy. It's like, well, why, if I'm posting about $500, a $500 giveaway multiple times? I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't really understand how our brains work, but I know that when I do it less, I get more comments. If I were to post it more frequently, I get far less comments, and I don't get as many people entering into Host to Post. So I highly, highly recommend you guys. And what I would do is, if you're going to post about the giveaway, that needs to replace either your distributor post or your customer post or your product post for that day. Okay, so if you're going to post about the giveaway, then you would do like giveaway, personal, and then business post, or giveaway, personal, and product post. But I wouldn't do giveaway, personal, product, and business. That's, again, it's a lot that you're putting on Facebook. So that's just kind of some real basics. But I'm going to have Jeannie unmute and talk with you guys a little bit about, you heard me talk about your story. If you guys aren't using your story, you guys really, truly need to be using your story, getting into your story, posting all throughout the day. If you guys need examples, go look at Jeannie's story, go look at my story. We're in there all day long posting stuff. It can be silly stuff. It can, like, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be a perfect picture. It can literally be like, you don't have to be real great in your story, you guys. People just want to see what the heck you're doing throughout the day. So with that, if you're in your story and you're posting in your story, you're going to get a lot of people looking at it. And what that does for you, well, I'll let Jeannie talk about it. Jeannie, you talk about stories and why they want to message and how to message.
Okay, so a lot of my stories, this is a good tip because I don't have a lot of time to make my stories. I mean, I love using apps to make them, like, what's the one called? I use it all the time. Taryn, what's that what's that app we use to make the
So
stories?
sorry, Ivan was telling me that Ashton was falling over.
Well, Over's one, the other one with the words.
Word swag.
Word swag. Yeah, I couldn't
Word
think
swag.
of word
I'll
swag.
put them in the comments, guys.
Thank you. But I love making those, but it takes up so much time. I personally go to leaders' pages on Instagram, look at their stories, and if you hold down on the screen and screenshot them, you can use their stories. In their picture in the corner, they goes away. Their picture goes away, and like their name and stuff goes away. So you can screenshot that and then just crop it out. And you want to make it your own. So you want to add emojis and things like that to make it different than theirs, or post it like the next day. I don't want people to be mad because I'm using their content, but if you use it the right way, you can repurpose content. And I also, another thing, I share my Instagram. I like using Instagram stories to make my stories because they have a lot of features on there, a lot of cool features. That should be another training for another day because there's a lot on there. But
we'll do a full training on just stories and how to post in stories and all that.
I share from my Instagram to my Facebook stories. So it's one shot, you're done. The biggest thing is you want to save as much time as you can talking to people. Posting's important. It's very important, but posting's not asking. You always have to keep asking. So I want to go into like people commenting on your post, liking your post, or watching your stories. You always want to see who's watching your stories and message them. So even if it's like, I saw, I have a post or a message for you guys to send to the people who are watching your stories. People don't like to comment sometimes. They don't want other people to know what they're doing or be out in the open about wanting to lose weight or joining a business or whatever. So they never ask you. You hear top leaders say it all the time. They watch people's stories, watch their posts for months and months, even years, and they never even inquire about the business or the products. And you're missing out on all them people. So I always suggest you can even check your archives of old stories it always saves to archives if you have that feature set. That's another thing we'll talk about later, but always go back and see who's watching your stories and ask them, do you or anyone are you looking to lose weight or not like that? Let me put the message in the chat. It's all saved here. So, but it's a really simple message, and it's just asking them if they or somebody they know are looking to, it says, hey, Amy, I'm looking for people to review my ThermoFight X that I posted about in my story last night. So you would put whatever product or about the business in there, and then put, do you know anyone who would be willing to help me out if I give them a huge discount? And that's just one of the things like Karen was talking about. It takes people so many times to see the content, to see what you're doing, to actually, like, it clicks, like, I need that. I need that coffee. I need that supplement, or I need that business. So the more you're reaching out and talking to people, the more they're going to come back and watch your stuff and end up joining with you or buying products from you, because people buy from people they like, know, and trust.
Awesome. Thanks, Jeannie. So like Jeannie said, we will, I think we're going to do just one training possibly next week, all on stories. There's so much that we could do, you guys. I could literally sit here and talk for like hours and hours, but I don't want to overwhelm you guys. So what I really want you guys to take away from this week and from tonight is just be mindful of what you're posting. think about when you're going to post something, would I stop and look at that? Would that make me, want to join their team? Would that make me want to purchase that product? Is that attracting to me? Is that something I would want to do? Making sure that you're not over posting because you don't want Facebook's algorithm to get messed up. You want to make sure that your stuff is being seen, and then be in your stories a lot. You guys, you don't have to know what you're doing. I promise you don't. Play around with it. Here's the deal. It disappears after 24 hours. So even if it's something that you're like, oh, I don't know if I should have posted that, it's gone after 24 hours. So who cares, right? Like, it's no big deal. And I promise you guys, like, I know when I first started, I was a little like self-conscious about like, what are people going to think as I'm posting this or whatever. Guys, I promise you, we are so self-centered as people. We don't really even care what anyone else is posting about, as far as like, I'm not thinking about like, oh my gosh, why would they post that? I'm too concerned about myself. And I'm just saying that's how people are overall and in general. So who cares what they're going to think? Because odds are, they aren't thinking about whatever it is you're worried that they're thinking about. We have a couple of minutes. Does anybody have any questions? And it can be about anything. It can be about what we talked about tonight, or it can be about, anything else that you have going on in your business right now. Don't be shy. You can unmute, or if you are shy, you can put it in the comments and I can answer it. But I want to make sure that we're answering any questions that you guys have. Nobody has questions? I'm gonna wait a minute and see if anything pops up in the chat. So Brianna said my big thing is cold messaging. So can you maybe unmute Brianna and talk to me about what cold messaging is? I see you're unmuted, but I can't hear you. Shoot, I don't know why I can't hear you. It shows that you're unmuted. Okay, I'm not sure why we can't hear you, Rihanna. I'm really sorry, but I'm gonna kind of touch on it, and then maybe okay. Can you put in the chat what you're cold messaging for?
I think Taryn, she's been sending the host a post. So I had her doing that instead of every day posting about the giveaway.
Okay.
And poor girl, I know she's been trying, and she went through like a lot, and she wasn't she was getting crickets basically.
Okay. So I definitely can speak on this, and Jeannie, if you want to add anything, go for it. Okay, couple of things. First of all, I don't consider it a cold message if they're your friends. If they're your friend on Facebook, I don't call it a cold message. They're your friend. Okay, that's your warm market. I consider cold messaging is like if you're messaging people who you have no connection with, like they're just popping up like maybe in your suggested friends and you're messaging them, or over on Instagram if it's somebody that you're following but maybe they're not following you. I don't think it's a cold message if you're sending a message to somebody who's already friends with you. So just want to get that out there, because I know that sometimes people can have a hang up on a cold message, and I truly don't believe it's cold message if it's somebody that you're friends with. I will say, so I've been challenging myself. The company challenged us to do 10 host to posts a day. Okay, if you guys are super new, you didn't see the live that they did on the 1st, but on the 1st, they challenged everybody to do 10 host to posts a day, and that's getting 10 people to actually post for you every single day. I have big goals this month, so I'm going for 15 a day, and I will tell you, it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work to get 15 up a day. And so I just want to encourage you, Rihanna, just keep going. I can't remember if it was said on the Zoom on the 1st, or the live that was done on the 1st, or if it was said on a Zoom that was a Diamond and Above Zoom. I think it was the Diamond and Above Zoom. And what one of the girls said on there was she hadn't been doing host to post her friend told her, like, girl, you've got to do host to post. I signed 70 customers last month doing host to post. You've got to get on doing it. So she was like, all right, fine, I'll do it. 2 weeks. She did not get anybody. Nobody signed as a customer. People weren't posting for her. 2 weeks. And so she said that she was ready to quit doing it. And she was going to be like, forget it. This doesn't work. And then all of a sudden on like day 15, someone posted and she signed a customer, and then she ended that month. I'd have to go back through my notes. I believe she ended that month with like 40 customers. So she went the first 2 weeks of the month with nobody posting, nobody ordering, nobody enrolling, and then she ended the month with 40 customers. Okay, so just what I will say is just keep going. You don't know who you're about to talk to that's going to completely change your business. Guys, I am such a huge advocate for host to post because Jeannie is my double diamond, and Jeannie came from host to post. Jeannie was a customer on the cleanse. Someone did a host to post for me. Jeannie bought the cleanse and fat fighters from me, got great results, and decided to become a distributor. And in less than a year, did you go double in less than a year? She went double diamond in 7 months. Completely changed my business. Her going double diamond is what pushed me triple. Obviously, there were other promotions as well that are just life-changing that happened at that time. But I just want to show you, if you stop doing host to post, what you are risking not getting. You are risking not, and even if it's somebody who just signs up as a customer, you don't know who's going to decide, you know what, these products are great, I want to become a distributor, and then become a distributor and just absolutely kill it with you. So I would say just keep going, even if it feels like it's crickets and nobody is answering. And to give you an idea, as far as people who commented on my post, I messaged 45 yesterday and 11 of them posted for me. Don't know how many I've messaged today, but I'm not at 15 yet. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm at 10 right now. So I still have to get 5 more up, and I've probably messaged close to 50 people today. We were doing a challenge about a year ago of trying to, we didn't have a specific number of host to posts that we were getting every day. We were messaging 100 people a day, asking them to post for us. And I can tell you there were days when I would message 100 people who had not commented on a post. I was just sending them messages. I had messaged 100 people, and there were days when only 2 out of 100 would post. But then there were days that 15 out of 100 would post, or I would hit 50, you know, I would send 50 messages and 12 of them had posted, and it was like, okay, that's enough. I'm getting busy. And I didn't send any more messages. Okay. So there is no rhyme or reason to it. It's strictly a numbers game. Just keep going. You don't know when you're about to hit that break. And if you stop, you're very clearly not going to have anybody host a post for you. So there's no harm in continuing it. I know it can be discouraging and I know it can be frustrating, but I promise you, if you just keep going, you're going to get to the end of the month and you're going to be so happy that you kept going, because people are going to post for you. They are going to host a post for you, and you're going to get some amazing, amazing customers from that. And I see you said it's people you've never spoken to before. I still don't think it's a cold message. You guys are friends on Facebook. It's not a cold message. I have messaged plenty of people that I have never spoken to before, asking them to post for me. And shockingly, those are usually the ones who say yes, not the people I've known since high school. So you won't be surprised at who says yes, you guys, I will tell you that. Okay, and then someone said, I'm having trouble, my iPhone girl said, I'm having trouble understanding which each app is used for, like which ones we use for actual transactions. I downloaded all of them. I just don't know which one is for what. Can tech support help me with that? So maybe get a little more specific. Are you talking about like Connect in the sample app, or are you talking about like WordSwag and Cash App and Venmo, or what apps are you talking about? So that way I make sure I address the right question. And then someone else asked, how do I get people to actually buy the product? I get some that are really into it. Then they go ghost, and I'll leave it for a day or two. And then when we get a new promo, I go back to those that were really interested. And again, they're interested and then don't end up buying. What can I do to get them to buy? Stop trying to get them to buy. Leave them alone. Go talk to more new people. Go get host to post up. Guys, I seriously, and I know I said that in a mean tone. I don't mean that in a mean way. I'm just saying it's a waste of time. If you've talked to them a few times, you can continue to follow up. I wouldn't say like write them off for good. I would follow up, but that would not be my priority. Okay. I would be making sure that I'm getting more host to post out, because there might be, I mean, I've had people who've come back like years later and order. Okay. So it might take them a while to order, and you don't want to spend years following up with them and not talking to anybody else. So I'm not saying don't follow up with them, but I'm saying, girl, your time is better spent doing host to post and talking to new people daily than it is following up with somebody over and over and over and not doing host to post. I want you to continue to follow up, but your main priority should be getting host to post out, and then you can do your follow up. And that's what I did today. I focused mainly this morning on getting host to post out. Then I went through and I was messaging back and forth with people who had commented on the new host to post. And about an hour ago, I sat down and just did my follow up. Okay, so I still make time to follow up, but it is not my main priority when I get going in the day. When I get started with the day, I make sure I get new host to post out. I make sure that I'm spending the day throughout the day talking to the people commenting on host to post. And then in the evening, I take about a half an hour and do any follow-up that needs to be done. Hopefully that helps. Yeah, Jeannie said fresh fish jump first. And that's exactly it. Like you just, I don't want you guys it can be discouraging doing follow-up after follow-up after follow-up, and they're not responding. Where if you have, guys, I highly encourage you. It can be a little scary and sound overwhelming, but take the corporate challenge and go for 10 host to post a day. And I'm telling you, if you get 10 up a day, holy moly, you guys are all going to go diamond in 30 days. Like, I'm not joking. Like, I've been focusing on doing this for 3 days now. I haven't even been doing it since corporate started us on it. I've already signed a distributor and 7 customers. Okay. Like, I'm telling you, host to post is where it's at. You guys can literally do anything if you're getting those 10 up a day. Let's see. Michelle said, if a giveaway post explodes and you already have 10 haps up, you can save the extra comments for another day. Absolutely. Whatever your number is that you're working on getting up, and I do that. I posted today about the giveaway, and I haven't messaged one person on that post today about the giveaway because I'm still following up with and messaging people from a post I did a few days ago. So you don't have to go through and message every single person that's commented on a giveaway post. You can just go until you have whatever number it is, but I highly recommend you guys pick a number, not of messages, but of posts that you want to get up every single day. And then don't stop messaging until you hit that number. And then once you hit that number, you can stop messaging people asking them to post for you, and then you just start that the following day. Exactly. And Michelle said people may say no today and tomorrow, but they're still watching. They say people's lives change about every 6 months. Every 6 months, people go through some kind of change in their life. It can be drastic. It can be small. It can be like a good thing or a bad thing. But depending on how that change takes place, a lot of times that can affect whether or not they're interested in the products or they're wanting to join your team. And so, there's, Krista's on here, and Krista, girl, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I think it took you almost a year of me following up with you. She was not it's not like she signed up right off the bat, right? So sometimes it can take a while if people, you have to follow up with them, but stuff can change in their life, and it can make them rethink and second guess about gosh, maybe I do want to try those products. Krista said a year to date, like a child. She was pregnant. I think you had Phoenix when you enrolled. And she had Phoenix, but she didn't want to go to work. And so that's what made her get started. So you just never know what kind of life changes people are going to go through and what's going to make them all of a sudden be interested in your products or be interested in the business. So my biggest piece of advice to each and every one of you on here, you guys are new. I'm always very, very honest with you guys. You're going to go through difficult times in your business. You're going to go through times where you are like, what the heck am I even doing? Why am I doing this? This is so frustrating. You're going to have those moments. Number one, that's why I encourage you guys all to do personal development so much. That's why I'm always hammering personal development and shoving it down your throat. That will keep you from quitting. Number two, I will tell you, if you quit, you're never going to accomplish anything as far as this business, right? Whether you stay in the business or you quit, if you stay in the business, Yeah, you'll have tough times, but you will get through them and you will see your check increase. But if you quit, you never have that opportunity for that to happen. So and it never makes sense to me when people quit, like, oh, I didn't have people signing up like I wanted to. Well, yeah, but you were still making a check. Even if it was $20, it was $20 that you didn't have before you started. It works. And I promise you guys, if you are consistent with this business, you absolutely will make good money in this business. It just takes being consistent and showing up for your business every single day, making sure that you're posting daily, that you're messaging daily, that you're getting host to post up daily. And I promise you guys, you will see a huge increase in your checks if you are consistent and show up every day. You'll hear it said over and over, if you treat this business like a job, it will pay you like a job. If you treat it like a hobby, it's going to pay you like a hobby. So it's totally up to you what you're wanting to do with this business. But Michelle, I'm going to call you out because I think you're comfortable with me doing that, girl. Michelle treated this business like a hobby and was getting paid like a hobby. And all of a sudden, I don't know what the heck kicked in with this girl. I think it was having Noah, and she doesn't want to work. Yep. And she was like, okay, I'm going to try and make something happen with this. And now this girl is like on her way within like 3 months of actually making a decision to stay. She hasn't been in the business 3 months. She's been in the business over a year, but she decided, I'm going to do something with this. And now she's absolutely kicking butt. She went Ruby last month. Her husband went Ruby last month. She is well on her way to diamond right now and beyond. She's going double diamond this month. And like, insert income disclosure statement here. Nobody get mad at me. But a double diamond averages about $4,500 a month. Okay. And that's because she's taking the business seriously and treating it like a business, not a hobby. And every single one of you is more than capable of achieving that and more. You just gotta show up every day. If you got a job at Walmart and you didn't go clock into your job at Walmart, they're not gonna pay you, right? You're gonna get fired. You don't get fired here, but if you don't show up, you don't make money. It's the same concept, you guys. So that was like a little side note there. I just want to make sure. I think we had a couple more comments. Absolutely. Michelle said, we are here to help and support you guys. And we are. We're family. We're here to help and support. We are here to cheer each other on. And I know that there are days that it's difficult. And I just highly encourage you guys, do your personal development. It will help you get through those hard days, and find something that makes you happy and do that thing when you're having a difficult day. Go do that thing that makes you happy. Set the phone down for 20 minutes and go do that thing that makes you happy. And I promise when you come back, your mind's going to be refreshed and you're going to be excited to get to work. But know and have a goal in mind, you guys, because I'm telling you, if you have a goal in mind and you know what it is that you're wanting out of this business, you're going to be excited to get up in the morning. Okay, I don't like getting up early in the morning, but I get up early in the morning excited because I know what I'm working towards. And I know, you guys, it's helping each and every one of you guys accomplish whatever your goal is with this. And that just gets me so excited. So, yeah, you may not live nearby, but you guys can do a quick call. You can send a message through Facebook, like whatever. We're here, you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.